All right. I don't think anybody's here right now, but let's get started. I'm having a beer. I'm watching some VHSs. It's gonna be a fun time. First VHS I have is called Big Daddy Don Garlits. It's about racing. It may or may not be interesting. Uh-oh. My PCR turned off. Hang on. Please. Please play the thing, please. Okay, we might be having some technical difficulties. Oh shit, oh shit, okay. Are we going? I think we are.
Hi, I'm Big Daddy Don Garlits, and this is my wife, Pat.
Hi,
And
Big
I'd
Daddy
like to tell you about
Dungarlets.
my Kindle years.
Oh shit.
Drag racing has no second lap, no second chance. All is won or lost in an instant. This world of explosive horsepower demands concentration, courage, and an unflinching commitment to winning. This is the world that Big Daddy Don Garlits thrives in. He is the incredible speed, the horsepower, the show, and the concentrated ferociousness of competition.
I mean, you gotta be a Big Daddy to thrive in this world, you know? This music's pretty hype. I like it.
For over 30 years, he has been the best in the business. And for the last 20 of those years, Big Daddy has teamed up with Kendall Oil.
Kendall Oil. I've never heard of
This,
them,
then,
but I
is
love
the
these
story of
graphics.
Big Daddy Don
Oh
Garlits
my
and
god,
Kendall.
this is a beautiful image. It looks like his head is part of the
Way
car.
back in 1950, I was just an 18-year-old kid out of high school with an old 40 Ford. Well, we changed our oil at gas stations in those
Gas
days, and you usually
stations.
used the oil that the station manager recommended. You didn't go to discount houses. There wasn't any such thing. Well, the station manager said to me, Donald, you should use Kendall because it's the 2,000-mile motor oil and you don't have a lot of money. Well, he was right. And I was glad to get an oil that would last 2,000 miles. Well, that's what I used to put in my 40 Ford convertible with the Cadillac motor when I went up to Zephyr Hills to try to race
Zephyr Hills,
every
Florida.
weekend on the old abandoned airport that
I
we
do
had
know
up
he's a
there.
Florida
Actually, we
man.
did more racing on the street probably than we did on the strips
It's probably
because
filmed in
we weren't allowed
Ocala,
drag strips back in
thereabouts.
1950. We got in a lot of trouble, but we learned a lot too. Shortly after that, Pat and I got married, and we got a little
What's up,
36
Ratio
Ford.
G?
We cut it down real low and swoopy. We put a Mercury motor in it, took the fenders off, channeled the body down over the frame. But there was a guy at the strips that was still
Okay.
faster. His name was Hogan, and they called him the King. And that 36 Ford couldn't touch Hogan. It'd run 15 seconds in the quarter mile, and Hogan would run 13. And there just wasn't any race. And he beat everybody. So we found this old Model T frame at a used car lot down in Tampa, and the body. Took it out to our
Down in
house in North
Tampa.
Tampa, and out under an old oak tree, electric welder, a chain hoist, and a cutting torch, and we built the 27T with the little Mercury flathead engine in it, the big tires on the back, the little tires on the front, and it was lightweight too. And at Lake Wales, Florida in 1954, in the summer of that year, we finally outran the king, and I won my first top eliminator trophy in this
Hell
little
yeah.
roadster, still using Kendall oil. We love the product and we love this little car, but it was a time in drag racing when there was beginning to be a car called a dragster. Now, a dragster in those days was no more than a pair of frame rails, a motor, and a seat for the driver. Well, I built one of those and I made it long wheelbase to get traction, because this little car had a lot of problems with traction. See, there's too much weight
Who
on the
is
front
this,
wheel. So with the long wheelbase, we
This
got more
person
weight
is
on
just
the rear
sitting
wheel,
next to him
and I had my
silently
flathead
staring at the
dragster.
camera in this
And
car.
I took that up to Lake City in August of 1955 and won our first regional championship for the National Hot Rod Association. And boy, was I proud. I never forget, they gave me a little party after the race was over, and the guy said at the house where the party was being held, he says, well, Donald, he says, I guess you'll retire now. You went as far as you can go in drag racing. You can never beat the Californians. Well, that gave me an idea. I was going to try to beat those Californians.
Yeah.
And so I built some more cars.
Fuck
And
the
Swamp Rat 1 was
Californians.
one of them. So let's go inside the museum and have a look at some of these cars that carried me to my championships during the Kendall years. One of the most beautiful Kendall cars that I raced, and probably the most unusual, was this Sidewinder. 1983, I got the idea that what I needed was an engine turned sideways. We took a Chrysler engine and built this real extremely difficult gearbox, turned the engine sideways in hopes that the torque would keep the front wheels on the ground. Well, it wasn't one of my better ideas. It failed. It only ran 621 when my real dragster at the same time was running in the 5s. Well, obviously, no one had enough horsepower to make up for all those gears that this car was having to turn in order to mount the engine sideways in the chassis. So we used the car for car shows and tours, but we ceased to run it in 1984. But one of the more successful cars was Swamp Rat 26, the black car. So let's go have a look at the Kendall car that I won the Nationals with in 1984. Now this car was successful. The Kendall Swamp Rat 26, the black car is what the competitors used to call it, and they hated to race this one. I built the car in 1981, went out to Tucson, Arizona to the American Hot Rod Association Winter Nationals and won the race right off the bat. Now this car didn't run in NHRA competition.
Doesn't look like much of a swamp rat to me.
We were busy building the museum in those days,
or any kind of rat.
A lot of time running the NHRA trail. But in 1984, this car was sitting right in this booth, and Art Malone walked in here and he said, "Let's go to Indy, Big Daddy." And I said, "Art, I don't have a car." He said, "Well, just pick one out of the museum." So I picked this black car right here. Malone bought me a new motor, and we went to Indy, and we won the race.
There they go! It's Scarlett's again. He's pulling away. What power! Big Daddy does it again. John Scarlett.
On top of that, we had Tom
Wow.
the event. The competitors were saying,
I mean, you just can't
"Oh, that was
compete
just
with
a
Big
lucky
Daddy.
break. Garlitz and Malone, well, that's two old dinosaurs out of the past." So we loaded up and we went to Pomona to the World Finals, and we won again.
They're at the line. Scarlett is off first. He's moving out, and he got it. And one more time, it's John Scarlett. Big Daddy's back.
Malone says, "Big, we ain't washed up. What we need is a sponsor." So we got together with Kendall and we built Swamp Rat 29 and on to more world championships.
Me, I'm a
But
Kendall boy.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back to
Oh my god, he has a framed
1969
picture of an
when
explosion.
Kendall became my
I'm guessing like
official
one of the
oil
cars crashing. That's kind of
This is
crazy.
Swamp Rat 13. This car was the epitome of the slingshot dragster in that the driver sat behind the engine and over the rear.
He looks kind of
But it
silly
was
in this, I'm
always
not gonna
run
lie.
on Kendall oil. When 1969 racing season opened, I had signed a contract to run a different oil other than Kendall. I was having all kinds of engine troubles. And I was at New York at a great big race, and I had blown up my last engine. All I had was just a few parts, and they weren't too good. I borrowed a case of oil from John Mulligan. It was Kendall. He said, "Big Daddy, this will solve your problem." We put the oil in the engine, and we won the race and had no more engine trouble the rest of the year. But I was still under contract on this competitive oil, and I remember going over to the Kendall 10 at the races, buying the Kendall oil, pouring it into the competitors' cans, and putting it into the engine. Well, when the year came to an end and I was out of contract, I quickly signed a contract with Kendall and Vic Nitar, who was the racing director at that time, and I've been with the product ever since. But when we went into the 1970 season, tragedy struck.
Oh
At
no.
the Grand American race at Lyons in Los Angeles, California, the transmission in this car exploded and it took off part of my right foot. I lay in the hospital
Oh my
for
goodness.
3 months recovering, and that's where I got the idea to build the rear-engine car. People thought I had lost my mind when I started building this car because every rear-engine car that had been built prior to this one turned right or left.
He looks so
in the
tiny
timing
in these
trap.
cars.
But it wasn't easy making this car work. We spent many months going back and forth to the drag strip. Connie Swingle, Tom Lemons, and myself.
Tom
And it
Lemons.
just kept running
What a
off the
name.
strip and the top end, just like all the rest of them. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't control the car. So coming back from Orlando one Sunday afternoon, I told Swingle, I said, if I didn't know better, I think the steering was too fast. But it's got the same steering as the slingshot, so why shouldn't it work? Well, Swingle said, well, Gar, if you think the steering's too fast, let's slow it down. Those slingshots are ancient history. We went home. We built some long steering arms to slow the steering down. We went back to Orlando, and it broke the Ram.
Yeah, I
Chargers
can't really
record at the
dislike this
track.
guy.
We were ready for the Californians and the NHRA Winter Nationals.
A man's a legend. Know-how, experience, and
He's definitely got that,
horsepower
like, granddad energy.
Don Carlet's success.
It is like granddad stories, but just put on the tape.
Carlet is pulling away, and he's got it.
So we went out to Pomona and became the first rear-engine car to win an NHRA national event. 6 months later, there were no slingshots left. This is the 1973 Kendall Swamp Rat. And the most famous thing about this car was it held both
Big Daddy,
ends of the
who's that
record
man
in
standing
both
next
the
to you?
NHRA and the AHRA to the 100th of a mile an hour, 247.25, and the 100th of a second, 578 ET. 2 different times, 2 different racetracks. It never happened in the sport before and hasn't happened since. In fact, after it set the record, it got so famous that the Australians bought it from me. We took it down to Australia, showed them how to run the car, left it with them, and in 1983, after the museum was running, we went down to Australia, retrieved the car, brought it back, and restored it to its original condition when it set the record at Ontario. It is truly one of the famous Kendall Swamp Rats. After that
Oh, there are
unbelievable
multiple swamp
performance
rats.
of the
I missed that
73 car,
detail.
I wondered if I'd ever have another car that performed as well. Well, I built this car with the thought in mind of going 250 miles
So
an
I'm
hour
guessing this is
before.
at the
People laughed at that,
Don
but I
Garlett's
thought it
Museum,
could be
which is a
done.
place
And I
I've
struggled
driven
a lot
past
about
on the
year, and
interstate
the
a few
car would
times.
not go through that barrier. I held the record at 249 and some change, but it just wouldn't make 250. So I put together a real strong engine with 300 out pistons, which made the compression ratio about 8.5 to 1. Everybody said the engine would never stay together, but with the Kendall lubrication, it did stay together. It ran fine. So I proceeded to go out to California in 1975 to the NHRA Super Nationals at Ontario. And there, it went 249 right off the trailer. I came back the next day with a 250.69 and a 5.63 ET. I backed it up in the eliminations. I won the race. The bearings looked great. The engine was just fine. The Kendall oil performed flawlessly. The record
Hell
stood
yeah.
for a full 7 years. In fact, during that 7-year reign of the record, the NHRA.
What is that
removed
back
the
they say
record
back
and
there
went
say
to a
harder
minimum.
precedent?
I complained so
I
bitterly
don't like
over
that.
that. I said a record is a record. So they put it back in the book, and a few years later, it was in fact broken. But it was the longest standing record in the history of NHRA competition. Kendall Swamp Rat number 24, the blue and white car. I was supposed to get a special sponsor, and that was their colors. Most of my cars have always been black. But when I was painting the white cowl, I thought, boy, this would be nice to have a cross there with God is love, because I'd had a lot
of
of
course.
wrecks in my career, and God always brought me through, and I thought, might as well give him credit publicly. I never realized when I got to the Winter Nationals at Pomona what a to-do would be made over that cross, and all of it wasn't good. The Los Angeles Times had a real nasty article, quoted several racers saying I was going to need the Big Daddy in the sky, I'd lost my marbles, you know, the same old stories, just a rerun. But the car went 577, low ET of the meet, stood several years before they broke it. And before I retired this car, it had won over $625,000.
This is
It won
possibly one of the
24
most
national
southern things
events
I've ever
out of 30
seen.
starts. I might have had the Big Daddy in the sky as a sponsor, who knows? Anyway, we learned a lot with this car because it went 252 miles an hour. And we thought ground effects would be the way to go. And that's what we used on Swamp Rat 25. There are two very important
Good for you,
things
man.
about this car. First, it had ground effects. Secondly, it was a car that Kendall became my major sponsor. And the two things tied together. The ground effects caused me to have a real wide body, and Kendall liked that space where they could put their name on it. And the way that they got on there was Larry Woods was down in Seffner. We were negotiating our normal oil deal for 1980, and he asked me what was going to go on the side of the car. There was no sign yet. I said, well, the soft drink company that was going to be there, Larry, fell through, and nothing's going to be on there. So he writes Kendall on the floor with chalk, and he says, how much big would you charge us to have this sign on the side of the car? I told him a number. He said, you got it, and Kendall has been my major sponsor ever since.
Oops, how
Herb
long have I
Parks
been
and I ran Swamp Rat 25 for about 6 months, but the car didn't perform
I don't
well.
think I've
We
been
just
muted,
didn't have
actually. I
enough
just
horsepower to pull all the extra
did a little fuck up.
weight that it took to have the ground effects that we were trying to get more traction with. So we immediately started the design and construction of Swamp Rat 26, the black car, the black Kendall car. This was one of the best
Black
cars
cars
that I
do you
ever
have, man?
Immediately when we debuted the car, it started
In
winning
Florida,
races
they got to
at,
get like
Tucson.
so
I
hot.
was on the AHRA Winter Nationals, but it did not have a reverser in it, and we could not run NHRA competition. But we didn't care. We were busy moving artifacts from Seffner to Ocala to the Museum of Drag Racing, which was under construction. Well, by 1983, we had opened the museum, and the following season, 1984, we put a reverser in Swamp Rat 26 and went to Indianapolis. And that is a car that gave us the comeback.
He's won this event 5 times. It has been 5 years since he competed over this quarter-mile racing surface. He is considered the innovator of the sport, given credit for creating the first workable rear-engine top-fuel dragster. His name, Don Garlits. He hails from the state of Florida, and his fans, they are legion, and they call him Big Daddy. And off the starting line they come. Up in smoke goes Coletta. It may be the advantage Garlits needs, and it is Don Garlits, his 6th U.S. Nationals title, and a tremendous victory as Big Daddy has returned to championship competition. The partnership with Art Malone getting off to a great start with a U.S. Nationals victory.
If I get into racing, can I have a helmet that says small goat?
And those ideas were incorporated on this car, Swamp Rat 29. See, there had been 2 experimental cars in between, a turbine car and the Sidewinder, which neither one really were good cars. They were experiments. We thought they were going to be different, but ended up they were just museum pieces. But this car, Swamp Rat 29, was the car that changed everything. It was new, lightweight construction, super long wheelbase, narrow front end, high wing, lots of horsepower. And this car carried me to 268.01 miles an hour. And I knew at this point that 270 miles an hour was possible in the quarter mile. Also, this car carried us to the 1985 World Championships in NHRA competition, which was my second NHRA World Championship title. We had great plans then for 1986. All of the information that had been gained in the building and running of this car gave us the idea for the phenomenal construction of Swamp Rat 30, the ground effects streamliner that carried me to my second World Championships. Swamp Rat 30, probably one of the most radical and I think beautiful dragsters to go down a drag strip in a long time. It was the first successful streamlined top fuel dragster. And it all started with this nose piece that you see right here on the floor. This is the original one. It was built by Mike Magera in South Bend, in Indiana. It was all hand-formed carbon fiber. And the reason for this nose piece was to house this real small little wheel.
Oh my goodness.
But those belts didn't stay on there very long. You can see the damage that's been done to this front end when the belts came off the Internationals.
Yeah.
With those small wheels and this nose piece, we were able to pierce a hole in the atmosphere.
Gator Nationals, I know where that is.
Over 270 miles an hour and a quarter. They said it couldn't be done. In fact, it went so far.
I actually do kind of want to go to like the Daytona Speedway. Like, I'm not really into racing at all, but it feels like an experience I still want to have. See a NASCAR race.
With a little aircraft tire on it. Later, Goodyear built an actual racing tire to go on it because even those would throw the treads after a while. Everything was going real great. We went to Englishtown and we set the record at 271 miles an hour, which was the first official over 270 and the record. The first over 270 was the 272 at Gainesville. But on Saturday afternoon, after we had backed up the speed record and were attempting to back up the ET record of 5:34, the quickest ever in the sport, disaster struck.
Oh no.
We had a fuel leak on the starting line, and Herb Parks took a little longer to tighten it than we thought. Fuel was being consumed from the tank, which was in this area right here. The car got lighter and lighter in the front. It left the starting line. It ran out of fuel. Not completely to shut the engine off, but enough was out that it let the front end get up.
Oh no, you never want that.
And it went into a terrific wheel stain.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Did a flip. Do a 3-point turn, man. You gotta turn around.
Big Daddy's all right. He's up and out of the car and waving. Unbelievable.
As you can see from that dramatic footage, I survived the Englishtown wheel stand. I was a little bruised, but Herb Parks and I returned to Ocala to repair the car and get ready to continue on the NHRA circuit. We went next to the Mile High Nationals in Denver, Colorado. I didn't win there. I really wasn't feeling up to it.
Colorado.
But we did win the NHRA World Championships that year to become the first top fuel dragster to ever repeat that feat back to back. Then in 1987, we proceeded with Swamp Rat 30 to Pomona, California to win the NHRA Winter Nationals. I thought I was
He just will not leave those Californians alone, man.
We started construction of Swamp Rat 31, but the time to build it was taking longer than we had anticipated, so Swamp Rat 30 was continuing to be used. When Herb and I finished Swamp Rat 31, we took it to the North Star Nationals in Brainerd, but it didn't run real
I don't know
good.
why, but
Some
this
bows
shot
in it.
is
Front
making
end
me
was a
laugh,
little bit
kind
light,
of.
and we were putting weight on as fast as we could.
I think also
Then
like
the
his
following week, we went up to
pants
Spokane,
and like the
Washington
bottom of his
to an
shirt
AHRA race,
just kind of make him
and
look
on
like
the
he's
very
floating.
first run, disaster struck again. The car went halfway down course and flew into the sky and did another top fuel blower.
Damn. This is some intense music. I love it.
Well, I didn't fare so well from the Spokane accident.
I need to
I broke
find
3
the
ribs, cracked a couple
Big
of
Daddy
vertebrae,
Don Garlett
and I was out of
soundtrack.
racing for about 10 to 12 weeks. And that's when I got involved in the television announcing. I first did some work for NBC and then Diamond P Sports. Then in October of 1987, they inducted Swamp Rat 30 into the Smithsonian.
Oh, there was the Swamp Rat. That was his persona.
One of the proudest moments of my entire career.
He had a little, like, rat persona on the car. I don't know if you saw it.
Well, I recovered quite well from the Spokane wreck. All the ribs healed, the back healed just fine. But I was working for NBC, and I liked the job. Then I got a job with Diamond P Sports on American Sports Cavalcade, and later into the NHRA Today show. Then finally, I got my own show, Road Test Magazine, where I test the regular cars, the cars that you and I drive. And I give you the good points and the bad points, no holes barred. As I think about those cars, you know, you need an oil for the cars today that's really good because a small engine produces a lot of power, runs extremely hot, and is expected to give good mileage. That takes a good lubrication. And Kendall is that lubrication. As I think back the 40 years that I've
I'm a
drive
Kendall
back to
boy.
the young Garlett's pouring his first quart of oil into his 40 Ford in that gas station in North Florida Avenue. It causes me to reflect on some of the highlights of my life. The rear engine car at Pomona winning that first Winter Nationals with a rear engine dragster. Then later the 250 mile an hour run at Ontario, a record that stood for a full 7 years. Then finally the 270 mile an hour blast at Gainesville. And then that car finally going into the Smithsonian.
This music sounds a little bit like Zelda at the moment.
Setting records at the Salt Flats, still using the Kendall oil. It's all you need to know about lubrication.
Oh, yeah. Alright, that was a pretty fun tape. The Jesus car was a pretty big standout. TRF music, okay. I'll see if I can find their music later. Wonderful graphics. Rewind this guy. Oop. It's already done, or did it fuck up? I think it's still going. It sounded like it had stopped for a second. Well, I think keeping to the theme of vehicles, I have this tape called All About Heavy Construction Equipment. And it apparently I watched this when I was very young. Because I found this at my folks' house. And, it'd be fun. It might unlock some memories. The VCR is being a bit difficult today. It would be nice if I could type right. What? I thought I fixed that word. Hang on. Okay. Safety comes first.
Kids, you're gonna love watching all the giant construction equipment on this video.
Hell yeah.
While you're watching, remember, in real life, construction equipment can be very dangerous. So be safe. Never
Thank
ever
you.
go near a construction site or any place else with a stranger. Never play near a construction site. You can only go to a construction site if your parents go with you and the site manager says it's okay. Okay? Good. Now let's watch these giant monsters in action.
You can't go with a teacher or anything like that. You can only go with your parents, ever. Too bad if you work at a construction site as an adult. Oh, what are these two rapscallions doing? Going to a construction site without their parents?
Workers must have left this old thermos behind.
I am getting very vague memories right now about this thermos.
Yeah, Rose probably rotten, stinky chicken soup.
Oh shit!
That's not chicken soup.
Oh man, I gotta get a bigger thermos.
Who are you?
Oh no.
Like I got two masters this time. Pleased to meet you. Hard Hat Harry's the name, but some people call me the construction workers genie.
I'm Max. He's Alex. We're kids. Human big kids. You live in here?
Do now. First 5,000 years, I lived in an old lantern. But I traded that in for this thermos. Better insulation. Oh, the outfit's changed a bit, too. Much better.
Yes, the music's gone much better.
Grants wishes and stuff.
Genie Deluxe. Granter of wishes of all shapes and sizes. Nothing's too tough for Hard Hat Harry. As they say in Genie Land, your wish is my command.
How many wishes?
I wish you would stop.
Well, it used to be 3, but seeing as how you're human being, kids, maybe I can throw in a couple extra.
You can do really big wishes?
Go ahead. Try me.
I'll buy some. All the money in the world. Right there. Yeah. We have a huge wish, Hard Hat Harry. We want to see the biggest, baddest, most awesomest construction equipment there is in the whole wide world.
Bustin' bulldozers! Oh, why didn't you say so? We might have to travel a bit. Are you boys carrying your flying carpets?
No.
No? Oh. Well, then I'll just have to sprinkle you with some magic gravel. Here, you better put these hard hats on.
Kids, don't ever trust an adult who says they're gonna sprinkle you with magic gravel.
Rough on the old noggin. Okay, guys, close your eyes. Pebbles and gravel and soil and stone. This is Hard Hat Harry, and I'm not alone. Max and Alex are here with me, and gigantic equipment is what they want to see. So give us the power to fly far, far away, and show us the big stuff, and show us today! we got the big stuff, all right.
Yeah, big hole in the ground.
That hole took months to build, Alex. And
Oh
when it's
yeah, is there
done,
gonna be one of those
a
giant trucks?
skyscraper will be built
I
here.
love those giant trucks. Oh, no, it's not a mine. Never mind.
Watch out! The big bulldozer's coming this way!
Oh god.
Big machines
Oh.
like bulldozers that dig up soil, rock, and sand are called excavators. You can see the front pusher blade on this dozer and the special triangular tracks, or crawler treads, that give it better traction and gripping power on dirt and mud. A single bulldozer can do the work of hundreds of men with shovels in a lot less time.
Cool, a big bucket puller. That's called a track hose.
A bucket
Actually,
puller.
Max, your brother's partly right. That deep, upside-down shovel on a track hoe is called a bucket. It has long teeth on it to break up the ground. Watch how
I
it moves
definitely
toward the machine
liked
and swings its big
construction
arm or
equipment
room
and
around
stuff like
and
that
finally
as a
releases
kid,
its load by tipping
and
the
I
bucket over
still
the dumping point.
have kind of an aesthetic fascination with like heavy machinery,
Wide, heavy tracks are slower than rubber wheels, but by spreading the weight, they're more stable on mud.
especially like those really complex looking like
You know,
road
boys,
construction
track hoes are also
machines.
called backhoes because of the way the bucket pulls back like a hoe when it's digging.
Looks like the track hoes are passing dirt to each other.
Give that man a lollipop. Exactly, Alex. The dirt from the lower part of the hole is brought to a higher point by the track hose. Then the top track hose swings its huge bucket all the way around and drops the load into a waiting dump truck. That enormous bucket can hold almost a ton of dirt.
Look, the bucket's almost as big as the entire dump truck. Maybe it's just a small dump truck.
Hey, who's calling me small?
Who said that?
Whoops, I forgot to tell you, boys. When you travel with me, lots of amazing things can happen. Like construction equipment can talk. even
Wow.
humans.
I think I vaguely remember this.
Now, who called me small? Was it you, Pipsqueak?
Sorry, Mr. Dump Truck. Gotta watch what you say around here.
Oh, he's just a little grouchy because he's been working so hard, Alex. Let's go over and see the truck bath.
Truck bat?
Big dump trucks have to go through a tire bath before they leave a construction site. That's so they won't drop rocks and chunks of packed dirt from their tires onto the roadway where they could damage cars.
I actually didn't know that part.
Always the first concern on construction sites.
Like wearing our hard hats, Harry?
That's right, Alex.
Hey, put me down, put me down!
Another piece of talking equipment?
Ouch! I said let me go, you big bully! Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Looks like that tower crane
You're
is
not
taking
getting
the
put
center
down.
torch somewhere it doesn't want to go.
Wow, that tower crane can practically touch the sky.
It's more than 260 feet high, Alex. It takes a day just to erect the tower itself, using other smaller cranes. That cross piece is called the runway. A trolley glides along its length, hoisting up to 16,000 pounds on steel cables. That's equal to the weight of 8 African elephants.
Okay, down, boy, down! Hey, you with the white hard hat, come over here and release these cables! Don't just stand there, do something!
Hey, Harry, there's
We
someone
laugh
pile
at
driver.
people getting bullied.
What's a pile driver?
Well, let's go see.
Hi, kids. Hi, Harry.
Uh-oh, he's talking too.
I'm Pete the Pile Driver. Let me tell you a little about myself.
I don't trust Pete the
Just
pile
tell us what's
driver.
going on now.
Oh, well, the groundmen here are guiding
That's an
me through
untrustworthy
the portal
voice.
cage into place, which will keep the pile from moving around when I slam into it. Piles are long, thin pieces of steel. They form a strong base or foundation for big buildings and bridges.
Are you part of a crawler crane?
What was that
It's
pause?
attached to a crawler crane, Max. But my pile driver mechanism is like a king-size hammer. It's connected near the top of the crane's tall boom. Then the men put the pile under me and whammo! I can drive that pile 6 inches at a time, even into hard rock. I'm one powerful dude.
Be careful, mister.
Don't worry, Alex. I won't hit him. He's just getting ready to remove the hoisting belt from the pile and pull the steel form clear. Then he'll set up another pile for me to wax.
Wonder if they made any kids VHSs about workplace injuries.
If you ever want me to clobber something for you, just stop by. Happy to help out.
Thanks, Pete. Bye.
Okay, guys, next stop, an auger driller.
That thing's weird looking.
The auger driller bores
Rude.
holes in the ground for well casings and pipes.
Bottom part looks like a big screw.
That's the screw section of the drill bit, Max. And it's
What happened to the audio there?
16 inches across. The straight part is called the shank. It turns around and around, connected to the main machine by a strong gripping jaw called the chuck.
It's like Dad's hand drill at home, but 1,000 times bigger.
Yep. And look how the operator sits at the side where he can monitor the machine, work the controls, and watch the drilling all at the same time. Hey, here comes my favorite part. When the drill gets clogged up with crushed rock and dirt, the operator pulls it out of the hole, swings it to the side,
I remember this.
and by reversing the direction of the drill,
I remember the cleaning of the drill
clean.
Oh, man.
for some reason.
Again, Harry?
Sure, here's instant replay. The magic way.
Wow.
Then it's back into the hole where the auger can dig as far down as
The magic of video editing, which is, you know,
Why don't the three of us go
kind of one of the fundamental parts of Jagielzo lore. So I mean,
Thing digs for clams? They just call it that, Alex, because the bucket opens and closes like a clamshell. What's it doing anyway?
Looks like the clam digger is removing sand, silt, and mud from the access shaft of a tunnel. The ground men guide its big jaws into the center of the hole.
The clam digger is attached to a crane, too.
That's right, Max. Cranes have lots of uses on a construction site because they're so good at lifting heavy things to high places.
Yuck, that stuff's gross.
It really is messy,
That
Alex.
stuff's
That's why the
gross.
clam digger is such a useful tool. I have an idea. Let's go see some other ways that cranes are used on construction sites. Like here.
Now that clam digger is definitely catching clams.
There might be a few in there, Alex, but actually this clam digger is dredging out a channel for passing boats.
Dredging? That means it's making the river deeper so boats won't hit the bottom when they float through.
Right, Max.
thanks for the explanation,
Long base
kid.
of the crane will be loaded with wet sand, silt, and debris until it's full. Then tugboats will pull it to a place where the muddy mix can be dumped safely.
Wow! Only a crane could hoist a heavy metal platform like that up to a tall bridge.
You got that right, pal. Nothing like a crane for lifting and lowering.
Wait, this video is an hour long. Holy
all day
shit.
long, and we never get tired. Hey, listen to this. Let's sing it, boys.
There's a guy on YouTube and Tubi who makes a lot of like truck themed songs. And I wonder if maybe this is the same guy. Or, you know, worked in the same industry. My name is Crane. children's music, like the Jeff Goldblum Man group.
Hooray! I didn't even know cranes had their own song. That's a strange-looking bucket on that crane over there.
Hey, you spotted a dragline bucket, Max. Sometimes big digging machines like that crane are just too heavy to travel over very wet or soft soil.
Even with their wide track treads spreading the weight?
Even so.
You mean they could sink and disappear and never be seen again?
I wouldn't go that far, Alex. But they might get stuck, and that would mean using other machines on the construction site to pull it out. Instead, they use a crane with a dragline to dig up the wet soil. The workers attach the enormous dragline bucket to the crane boom by a cable. Then the crane operator casts the bucket far out in front.
Like fishing?
Sort of like fishing, Alex. Then he reels the bucket in, letting it drag slowly along the cable line, gulping up dirt as it goes. The drag line is designed to fill itself as it's pulled across the ground. And when it's full, the crane man just lowers the front end and the bucket's empty.
Boy, there's
Wow.
100 ways you could use a crane. Hey guys, don't say anything mean about this dump truck. Remember what happened the last time?
That's
That's
one
called an articulated dump truck.
funky
because the
moving
cab part,
dump truck.
where the driver is sitting can move independently of the dump bed where the dirt is carried. It's easier for an articulated
Got
dump
this
truck
music.
to maneuver over loose sand and difficult terrain like you see here.
Oh my god, there's still a fucking typo in the tape title I just noticed. Fuck. Because my U key doesn't wanna
I had a
cooperate.
truck once that looked just like that one, but I dropped it in the creek behind our house. Yeah, and you cried for hours. Did not. Did too.
Hey, calm down, guys.
And now that dump truck is part of a trash wizard stash somewhere.
One of those backhoes at almost every place we go.
Good.
Tourist town near me, there is a part where you can mess around with the excavators. That sounds awesome. I want to do that.
The backhoe is able to dig tons of dirt quickly and efficiently. The less time it takes, the more money a construction company can save. And that's why they bring a backhoe to almost every work site.
That dump truck will be back for another load later.
Hello, man.
No, not unless he's another construction genie. Well,
What was that about? They're just like they caught the guy waving to the camera, and they're like, "Oh, we have to explain this away, I guess," but not really. Why can't the guy just be waving?
I think I hear a little kid's voice calling. Mommy, where are you, Mommy?
Oh my goodness.
Hey, look over there. It's a baby front loader. Has anyone seen my mommy? Maybe if I wave my arm, she'll see me. Oh, Mommy, it's baby. I'm looking for you, Mommy.
Over here, honey. Mommy has to move a big boulder so we can build a road through here. Don't get too close now. Someday you'll have a big 6-yard bucket like mine and weigh as much as I do, more than 11 tons.
See, now we're teaching kids the wrong things.
Maneuvering with your tires in your bucket first.
Bulldozers do not grow up.
Watch how Mommy lifts and lowers her bucket and scoops up all the dirt.
Rather, excavators do not grow up. No, heavy machinery does, as far as I know.
That beepy front loader is so cute.
Yeah, and he looks like he's a fast learner, too.
Hi, cousin. What you doing?
Hi, baby. I'm just using my backhoe here to dig a trench.
Oh no.
Control levers move the cylinder arms that tilt my bucket.
Get the fuck out of here, you bucket tilter. I don't trust you with a voice like that.
Handling of those control levers, a driver can get me to reach way out. And pull way back in on that packed soil. A quick turn to the side, and my bucket's empty.
Oh.
Using a light touch, I can even push big logs out of the way with my nose.
Hey, I want to try that.
Why don't you follow me across this mud puddle instead? My fat tires and deep treads, I'll never get stuck. And each wheel operates independently, so my tires can even lift off the ground, and I'll still move forward.
Hell yeah.
That's a funny trick, cousin.
Backhoe front loader machines like me are found on every construction site, because we're so versatile, fast, and maneuverable.
You know, guys, all this big machinery can be very dangerous. So be smart and safe. Never ever play near a real construction site. And if anyone except your mother or father asks you to go
But
to
if you have a construction
site,
genie, it's
tell them
okay.
Harry says no way.
Just like the baby's mama, my front shovel can push or carry lots of dirt in one gulp.
Hard Hat Harry said I couldn't do it. Sorry, guys.
Whoops, looks like some real loose soil ahead. I might start spinning my wheels.
Hey, let's go take a look at the forklift over there.
Is it left a fork?
Yes.
Uh-oh, nobody's driving that thing.
The driver's on the other side, Max, under that steel cage that protects him from falling debris. Here he comes now. The driver moves the machine as close to the drop point as he can. Then he extends or telescopes the long fork arm as much as 40 feet. The wooden planks are sitting on the two long
I like
forks,
this,
and the man uses hand signals to help the driver
I like this, scrungly, long, forklift. How do you get certified for that?
Harry, I think the driver wants to talk to us.
Gosh darn it, I just realized I forgot my lunch.
Let's get out of here, guys. We don't want to hang around with a hungry construction worker on the loose. I want to show you some more off-road dump trucks.
I like how he's just yelling at somebody, and they just dump them like, gosh darn it! Sorry. Gosh darn it!
A backhoe working with that dump truck.
Like I said before, if there's serious digging going on, you can be sure there's a backhoe nearby.
And a monster dump truck, too. I saw an off-road dump truck in a book once that had 8-foot-high tires.
It's true. Those are some of the biggest trucks on Earth and can carry up to 200.
Yeah, let's see those.
They're not
I
allowed
like
to travel
those.
on highways because they're heavyweight.
I know they're not exactly
Hey,
construction
this
equipment,
one
but
here
come
has
on.
as tall as you, Max, and the rear bed or dump box can hold 38 tons or 76,000 pounds.
And once he dumps his load, that monster bulldozer comes in to make the ground flat and level for the builders. That's called grading.
Max, you've got some real smart brains under that hard hat. But can you guys tell me how wide that front pusher blade is?
As wide as a car?
Close, Alex. It's 12 feet across, and the dozer's rugged diesel engine packs a walloping 285 horsepower.
I never saw so much messy mud and dirt in my whole life. And the best part is, you let us plan, and Harry, you are the best.
Don't mention it, Alex.
What did that kid say? I could not understand much of that.
Has a steel bed extender to keep rocks from falling on the driver's cab.
Right again for 500 points and a trip to Disneyland.
Wow.
I recognize that thing. It's another heavy-duty track hoe.
Amazing! We now have 2 winners for the Disneyland Dream Vacation. But can anyone tell me the name of the mechanical part that tilts the bucket up and down? Time's up! It's called a tilt cylinder, and now I go to Disneyland! Yay for me!
You're crazy, Hard Hat Harry.
Oh, watch this! When the truck bed is full, the track hoe operator taps the load with his bucket to let the dump truck know it's okay to pull away.
No way! That's cool!
You know, dump trucks move too slow for me. You boys don't mind if I just speed things up a little bit, do you?
Holy shit. Deja vu.
Another kind of dump truck. Yeah, and there's
I don't know why the gong was there, though.
These are called 100-ton dump trucks, Max. They have long rectangular dump boxes. You can recognize them because the dump beds look a lot like railroad freight cars.
Whoa, check that out! The backhoe is actually pushing the dump truck along to give it a head start.
I can do it. I'm a strong dump truck. I know I can do it. Oh, maybe me and my dump truck buddies can sing our favorite work song. Ready, boys?
Oh boy. Oh, I was hoping that the song would be sung in a bad Arnold impersonation. We love to dig some dirt. Oh my god.
I think they need a truck bath here too, Harry. Those dump trucks trash this street.
They have special street sweepers to do the job instead, Max.
I love to sweep. I love to sweep. Give me
I do like street sweepers, but I don't know if I like this one.
I get to turn my big brushes round and round, spinning and spinning, making the streets so clean and neat. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey, you dump truck, stop! I just finished sweeping there. Stop, I said. What do you think you're doing? Go back. Uh-oh, someone.
What an asshole.
Well, now I think it's time to see something really concrete.
I give up. What is it?
I'm a concrete pumper, friend. Once my 110-foot boom is
Whoa.
fully extended using that remote control unit, I'm going to pump concrete. It takes almost 15 minutes just to unfold my boom, which holds the pumping hose. Those 4 large legs sticking out from my truck are called outriggers. I use them for stability so I won't tip over when I'm pumping.
Here comes a ready-mix concrete truck.
It's about time, because that's where I'm going to get my concrete from. Where you been, sister?
Oh, just beaning along. I'm going to pull up close enough to pour my pre-mixed concrete into your rear hamper.
Oh no, what is this accent?
Watch my chute come out. Ready? Aim. Fire! Concrete is made from sand, gravel, water, and cement. I mixed the concrete together while I was driving over here, simply by spinning the thick mixture in my colorful barrel-shaped drum. My drum never stops turning.
Street sweepers are just kind of neat. There's just something inexplicably neat about them, you know?
And then gets pumped through the hose connected to the boom, over to those men building that wall across the field.
You got it, Max. Then the concrete worker pulls my snaking hose along the wooden mold and positions the hose
There are
exactly
jokes
where
I
he
could
needs the
make here
concrete
that
to
I'm
be.
not going to.
When he gives me the signal, I take a deep breath and blow that concrete out at a stupendous rate of 70 cubic yards an hour. That's fast.
Who are you waving to, Alex? That concrete man with the red hard hat. He looks a little like our Uncle George, doesn't he, Matt?
Hey, I have an
Uncle
Uncle George,
Jordan.
too.
Or George.
Last I saw, he was charming snakes in Kathmandu.
Your uncle is a snake charmer?
That's right.
Wow. I don't think our uncle even likes snakes. When will the concrete on the new wall be dry, Mr. Pumper?
It'll be hard enough to walk on.
Some of these
in 4
kids'
hours.
line deliveries are
It takes
pretty
almost
funny.
28 days for concrete to dry rock solid.
There's another concrete truck, and it has a really long chute.
Pouring concrete into that shallow ditch doesn't require the big concrete pumper. A simple concrete truck with an extra long chute can get the job done. The driver can control the direction and height of the chute from inside his cab.
With its chute all the way out, that concrete truck looks a lot like a fat, old elephant.
Wow, rude.
If you boys don't mind, I think I'll sit down and rest with some of my hard hat buddies over here. I have a few stories I want to share with my buddies here.
They don't look interested, man.
Hey, another awkward driller. Not awkward driller, Alex. Auger driller. A-U-G-E-R. Oh, whatever. Here comes that neat cleaning part.
And watch what the workers put into the hole. It's a steel pile like the kind you saw a while back, but a little shorter. Here, the groundmen are letting the backhoe drop the pile into the hole. Then the backhoe bucket is lowered onto the pile and pushes it down even farther.
Cool, cool.
Hey, a mini concrete mixer. And they're pouring the concrete into a backhoe bucket.
Here comes that backhoe with a bucket full of concrete.
Don't spill, Mr. Backhoe.
Into the hole that concrete will go to make the support pile stronger and stable for the new building they're going to erect here.
We've seen backhoes do everything today. This one even delivers concrete.
Yeah, the backhoes are doing everything, and honestly, they deserve to be paid more.
Okay, pal. Climb up here. And don't forget
They should
to wipe off your
unionize.
boots first. I don't want any dirt on the floor of my new cab. Good. Now get in.
This impact hammer is a tough guy.
Now, let's see. Where's a nice
I'm
hard
a
piece
tough
of rock
guy.
that I can pulverize? Oh, there's one.
The impact hammer is connected to a track hoe. It takes 2 men to attach the long, pointed impact
I
bit
have gotten
which
to
is
use a
made of 2 foot
jackhammer
tall
before.
hardened steel.
It was pretty cool.
Today, that guy's brains must be pulverized too.
Yeah, I'll bet he gets rattled pretty good. A big impact hammer can smash through tons of rocks in minutes. But you know, there's an even faster, noisier, and messier way to break up rock. How would you like to see some real-life blasting?
Oh, hell yeah, I want to see some blasting, alright.
Now, before any blasting can take place, these odd-looking machines
Hot dog.
bore small holes in the rock just for a stick of dynamite and a blasting agent to fit through. The distance between the sticks of dynamite is very important, so the ground technicians guide the drill to carefully chosen locations in the rock, which will allow for the most efficient blast. Then, the slow, closely watched drilling process begins. That white powder you see blowing around is...
You know, I obviously hate the oil industry and everything it's doing to the planet, but, like, I do kind of wonder what it would be like to just live on an oil rig. Obviously, it would be a lot of work. But, like, there are times I think it might be kind of cool. Mainly just because I like the idea of being, like, out on a platform in the middle of the ocean. If it was that without the work and the environmental destruction, I would be all over it.
Sends an electrical current to the blasting cap.
Right. But first, he drops the dynamite into the hole along with the special white blasting gel and packs it all down tight. Blasting is extremely dangerous and very precise. That's why it's always handled by special explosive experts who get lots of training before they conduct their first blast. It's these experts who decide how far the dynamite will be placed from each other and how much will be used.
I think I vaguely remember this, too.
So nobody is going to light a fuse?
Only in old Western movies, Alex. Today, blasting is a sophisticated science. The actual detonation is done with electrical impulses that travel through those wires leading to the blasting caps. When everybody's at least 500 feet away and the warning horn sounds, it's showtime!
Hell yeah.
Oh, awesome. I've got to see that again.
Let's do that magic of video editing again.
Big bang coming right up.
Oh.
5, 4, 3,
Is it just the same clip?
1.
I think so.
The workers wait for the all-clear signal, and after the blast is passed, you gotta clean up the mess. The front-end loader and the track hoe can handle that job, preparing the area for a new roadway. Some of this rock you see might even be ground up and used to stabilize the area on the side of the road called the shoulder. As you can see, guys, it takes a lot of time and machinery to build just a few hundred feet of roadway.
Hey, that reminds me, Harry, you forgot to show us big road making equipment.
No, just say
Big what equipment?
Let's go.
Grub making? Oh, road making.
Now, who can tell me what this snail-paced piece of road machinery is called?
Hell yeah, road equipment.
Snow melter to me.
But that's not snow, it's lime. This road reclaimer soil stabilizer machine adds white lime to soil to make
I have no idea what's going on with the gong. I guess it's like supposed to be the sound that happens when he does magic.
Ready for the compacting machine. That's called road reclaiming.
That road reclaimer has really...
I don't like the gong being used like that.
And that string machine has a metal tire in the front.
Tire. That's my compactor drum.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I did have a little bit of a hyperfixation on steamrollers when I was, like, very young.
Compactor, Sonny. My
A little
grandmother called it
kid.
steamroller, but compactor suits me better. It's my job to compress the soil so it's solid for the paver.
You must weigh a lot, Carla.
It's all muscle, Alex. But here's a little secret. My drum has a vibration unit inside, so I can compact soil using impact or percussion, not just sheer weight.
Wow, Carla, you're a cool compactor.
Just doing my job, Alex.
It's time to see a big rig, guys.
Oh yeah, big
Whoa, that
rigs.
machine looks
Yeah,
like
these
something
things.
from Star Wars. And it's being driven by Darth Vader.
Oh my
Correction,
god.
Jedi Masters. I'm called a pavement profiler. I creep slowly along on my 3 tracks.
Oh, he's a
digging up old
vampire.
asphalt and spitting it out my long conveyor belt into bottom drop dump trucks. It takes 2 people to control me, one on my back and one on the ground. With my 264 tungsten carbide teeth, I can cut a path up to 16 feet wide and 15 inches deep. No one can stop me either, because I weigh 148,000 pounds. And when I'm done gobbling up miles of roadway, my friend the paver steps in.
His voice was kind of scary.
He's a scary guy. Oh no, this guy's scarier, honestly.
I'm a paver spreader. Watch this. I'm going to splash some wet concrete.
I trust this guy less.
Over there. Got some in his hair, on his shirt, and pants too. That was fun. Okay, back to work. The wet concrete is poured into my hopper, and then I pick it up and pull it into my huge spreader part. Or a dump truck can spread some concrete in front of my paver part. And then away I go.
I think I need another beer, but this is my last one.
That there's called my oscillating float finisher. I use it to smooth over the new roadway. You know, I can even lay down a 30-inch slab of concrete if I want to.
Holy
50
shit.
feet wide.
And I'm always right behind you, paver. I'm a curing machine.
What's this voice supposed to be?
The road surface while my 2 tanks spray out curing compound onto the new concrete. The curing compound protects and seals the surface so we don't get any cracking when the road dries. I hate cracking.
And I'm last but definitely not least. I'm a texturing machine. It's my job to use my long comb to rough up the new road surface so it won't be too smooth and slippery when vehicles drive over it. Those teeth cut 3/16 of an inch
Brother.
of fresh concrete, just enough for skid resistance and rain drainage.
Rain drainage.
It smells like tar around here.
Look, there's why. Your nose found an asphalt paver, Alex.
It kind of looks like the concrete paver.
With some very big differences. The dump truck pours very hot asphalt into the hopper of the discharge conveyor belt.
It doesn't look so hot.
Oh, it is, my young friend. When the asphalt
Oh no, another accent.
It's 325 degrees. 100 degrees hotter than the temperature of boiling water. By the time it gets to me, the asphalt paver, it's still 300 degrees. Just the way I like it. Hot and black.
What is it anyway?
Well, there's a lot of sand and crushed rock in there. But the main ingredient is actually a byproduct from the refining of oil. This byproduct, known as bitumen, is basically what Alex calls tar.
I think I see steam. I guess the asphalt really is hot.
The conveyor belt pours the asphalt into the roadway in straight, continuous piles called windrows. That's why I'm called a windrow asphalt paver.
And I'll bet that corkscrew thing is going to spread the asphalt pile nice and evenly in front of you.
Exactly. And then I drive right over it, packing it down into a smooth, level surface. Pretty soon, it's what you kickball players call blacktop. If I lay it down on a good, solid starter surface, that blacktop will last up to 8 years. As old as you are, Max.
Hey, that guy's putting his initials in the pavement.
Nah, he's just testing the depth of the surface with the pointed dipstick, Alex. Between 2 to 4 inches is the ideal depth for a new layer of asphalt. Did you boys know that 93% of the roads in this country are made from asphalt? It's much cheaper to lay down
Wow.
a blacktop surface than one from concrete. So, except for airport runways and
So I guess that
highways,
7% is
concrete
like
can support the weight of
just
jet
the
airplanes.
interstate whenever I drive anywhere.
Roadways are
It's
basically
always these fucking awful concrete roads.
thanks to me, of course.
Look out, coming through, out of the way. Speaking of heavy machines on the roadway, how do you think a bulky bulldozer like me gets to my job? Well, I'll tell you. We use low bed trailers, also called gooseneck trailers. Some of these trailer trucks have 24 wheels and can carry 126 tons of heavy equipment. They ride just 6 to 12 inches off the ground, making it easy for big beasts like me to climb aboard. Once they hit
Look at all these 90s cars. Well, the cars that would have been around in the 90s.
does all the work. Nothing like a free ride.
This music's kinda strange. That's a little better.
Giant profiler travels in this kind of style.
The horncore is pretty great.
It's a backhoe trying to pretend it's an asphalt spreader.
I told you backhoe loaders were versatile. Seems like they'll try just about anything once.
I also do everything at my job, and I deserve better. And so do the backhoes.
They don't need a big paver for a little patchwork like this.
Oh, cool, an Alex-sized compactor. Be quiet, forklift head.
Forklift head. That's gonna be a new insult.
Well, Max and Alex, you boys have learned a lot today about building and repairing roads above ground. Now I thought you might like to see how clever engineers
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
machines build roadways below the surface. Watch.
And look at this guy's mustache and hairstyle. It's pretty great.
Dig a tunnel?
How smart you are. That's a tunnel boring machine, Alex. Huge and heavy, it pushes against rock and dirt from behind, while dozens of sharp spinning blades turn slowly round and round, cutting the rock. This tunnel boring machine has a nickname. It's the same name as a tiny little animal that digs tunnels all day long. Any guesses?
A rabbit?
Mole, maybe.
Not quite. Think really small with bad eyes.
A mole!
Yes! Lots of people call these gigantic
Wow.
tunnel makers moles.
And I'm
I beat the kids at trivia.
35 feet across.
Mr. Mole, I think you're just about ready
I'm
to
so
break
proud.
through.
I'm through. Look how small these workers are compared to me. Of course, my sharp mole teeth have cut away a lot of rock and dirt. The debris is transported by moving conveyor belt through the center of my belly to miniature train cars. Then it's up to the surface by special elevators, where the debris is loaded into dump trucks for proper disposal.
It's nice to be above ground again. I was getting a little claustrophobic down there. Yeah, and we're really above ground now.
From 300 feet below the surface to 30 feet in the air, thanks to a bucket truck. Looks like our friend is installing new traffic lights at that intersection.
They've been fixing the phone lines at
I
our
like
block
this
all week
music.
with bucket trucks.
Sort of like
I heard
jaunty
one of the workers
synth
calling it
music.
like a cherry picker.
Yup. These tall telescoping bucket trucks, or cherry pickers, are used for everything from repairing electrical cables to trimming the branches of big trees. Most fire departments have a bucket truck, too, for rescue operations.
Like when they saved Jake from falling off our neighbor's roof. Jake is our kitten.
I thought so. The bucket man is coming down now. He controls the upward and downward.
What kind of tunneling project are you working on?
Once he's on the ground, he'll pull up those stabilizer legs. And off he goes to repair more traffic lights. Now who wants to see a big crawler crane lift a big steel girder?
I do!
Public transit. Nice.
You saw crawler cranes like this one earlier today. At the top, it has a 40.
I think I've been on an underground subway like once in my life.
Feet of boom below that. Without breaking a sweat, this crane can lift more than 250 tons.
Wow, that's like 3 of
Wow.
those huge profiler machines at one time.
Now the workers use a sturdy grapple hook or block on the end of the crane cable to secure the girder for lifting.
Shouldn't the crane operator have his hard hat on? Hey, mister, put on your hard hat. Yeah, you!
Shut the fuck up, kids.
I think he's concentrating on easing that girder into place, Alex. Maybe you could remind him about his hard hat later on. Like so many other pieces of very heavy equipment, this crawler crane creeps along on its wide steel tracks.
Hey, more men in buckets.
Correction, Mr. Alex. I'm called a man lift. The men are
A
using
man
me
lift?
to inspect and repair the underside of that bridge.
Another name for a man lift is a self-propelled aerial work platform. Show off.
If you don't mind, I'd like to show off a bit too. I can climb to a height of 60 feet in just 20 seconds. And the workers can actually drive and steer me while I'm fully extended in the air, using control knobs on their platform.
Wow, that's really up high.
Was the name of that company Snorkel Lift? Interesting.
Okay, down I go. Each section of my boom slides into
Nice
one
tense
another,
music
like a
here.
telescope. And as you can see, even though my top speed is only 2 miles
You can
per hour,
snorkel and
it's
you can
fun
lift.
to drive.
You can do both, but you can't do neither.
I'm getting hungry. Isn't there any food around here?
Sure, there's a lunch wagon on the construction site. That's where the workers buy their coffee, donuts, and snacks.
Look, that nice lady's waving to us. Ask her if I can have a bite of her sandwich. Harry, can we go see that other crane on top of the bridge?
Oh, yeah. Looks like they're laying down long steel support rods. Hear that beeping sound? It's a warning to let you know the crane is backing up in your direction. All construction equipment, even delivery trucks, make that beeping noise when they shift into reverse gear.
What kind of crane is that? It's a rough terrain crane. Double show off.
And remember what those are called?
Outriggers? Stabilizers.
You're both right. Those outriggers will stabilize the crane while it hoists those steel rods. The hydraulic feet actually lift the wheels of the crane 12 inches off the ground. Once the groundmen attach the hoisting hook to the load, the crane operator takes over. His crane can lift over 35 tons.
That's only a seventh of what the crawler crane can pick up.
Hey, kid, you calling me a sissy?
Oops, the sensitive crane.
Look, that crawler crane might be a little stronger than I am, but I can get into small spaces the crawler would never think of squeezing into.
Hello,
My
Jamie.
boom has 3 extensions that reach 125 feet from the cab. Not everybody can do that. I tell you, I get no respect around here. I break my boom all day, lifting and lugging, and all I hear are put-downs.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If it weren't for me, this darn highway would never get built.
Looks like they're just finishing up over here, boys. Why don't we move on to the wackiest, wildest machine of them all?
It's time to get wacky and wild.
What is it?
That's a very unusual piece of
Oh
equipment
yeah, I've
called a
seen these
barrier
things
mover.
before.
It sucks up those concrete barriers and shifts them from lane to lane, helping to keep traffic running smoothly during road construction.
The barrier mover is turning that one-lane highway into a two-lane highway in seconds. That's so wicked.
You tipped one over on a project. That sounds
Those
not
concrete
fun.
barriers are hooked up securely together by a metal pin, so the barrier mover can
I don't
lift
think
along
I've
at nearly
watched
10
Mighty
miles per hour.
Machines, no.
Well, it looks like some of the workers are ready to pack it in for the day. Some of the big machines, like the front loader, help the tired construction workers carry their heavy tools and equipment to a storage area for the night.
Where is it going now?
After all the smaller equipment is put away, the heavy machines are driven to a central location in the workyard where they'll be refueled and made ready for
Great
the
theme
early
music.
morning work shift.
Interesting.
What do we see next, Terry?
What you see next, Max, is your own front door. I gotta get you boys home before your mom and dad start worrying.
Oh, please, Harry. Just one more. Please, come on.
Oh, well, all right. Just one. Let's see if I can snap up something really exciting.
Yeah, let's get really excited. Oh, not the gong again.
It's not this exciting. Hang on, boys. We're out of here.
Genie almost gets children killed.
Yeah, we were nearly blown to smithereens.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm still a little rusty on my time travel. Which one of those monster machines were your favorites?
I like the bulldozers, the highway paver, and that humongous dump truck. Wonder what Dad would say if I pulled into the driveway in one of those. I like the twirling concrete mixer, the baby loader, and that weird barrier mover.
Personally, I like that noisy pile driver. Reminded me of this old stone hammer I once owned in Egypt. Hey, did I ever tell you guys about my first construction job?
No.
I was working for this guy named Pharaoh, building these pointy things called...
His name was Pharaoh, not his title, his actual name.
...on top of each other, and no one could figure out how to do it. Well, being a construction genie, I knew a trick or two, so I went over to the Pharaoh, and I told him that the best thing to do...
Alright, that's a pretty entertaining video. Maybe a bit racist at points, but you know.
Sure, Alex. Boy, that was really neat today with Hard Hat Harry, huh? All that flying around and talking to those monster machines and stuff. It was awesome. You know, I don't think Mom and Dad believed us about Harry. Yeah, sometimes grown-ups are kind of weird that way. You tell them all about the cool magic stuff that happens to you, and they just stare at you like you're crazy. But it happened, right? It happened, Alex. It was real.
Yeah.
Hey, Max, you know what the best part is? What's that? We still got a whole bunch of wishes left. Yeah.
Do they still have the thermos, or did they just leave it?
Hi, kids. It's Hard Hat Harry. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I want you to remember, no matter what, never go anywhere with a stranger. Never play near a construction site, and never go to a construction site unless your mother or father is with you. And the site manager says it's okay.
Ooh, I wonder if goodtimes.com still exists. Alright, let's rewind, and I'm gonna see if I can pull up the Mighty Machines theme. I can't, like, really stream it, but you might be able to hear it on stream, hopefully.
Mighty Machines.
Hell yeah.
Big and mighty machines. Working for you, doing mighty things there. Mighty machines. Lifting and pulling and flying so high. Building a building up to the sky. You can watch them all day and never know why they're mighty machines. Hear them roar, watch them soar. Sit right down and see. There are stories to enjoy for every girl and boy.
Oh my god. They just blew up. They just collapsed some water towers. And now we have some really good CGI.
Available now on DVD.
Oh my god.
Encircle.
Thank you, Encircle. Okay. Before I choose the next tape, I need to take a quick break. So I will be back in a minute or two.
You're gonna wagaga in there for a while, and I'm gonna go get some peace and quiet. Now I'm supposed to say the magic words. Hocus pocus abracazap. Hey, what do you know? I did it. Shoot, go away. Ouch! Get off of my nose!
It's very easy to be negative. It's the easiest thing in the world.
This is Knoxville, a town that truly offers something for everyone. Consider this your personal invitation to stay a while.
Knoxville? What is a city of 180,000, the third largest city in Tennessee, doing with the World's Fair? Isn't this a little surprising?
It's a one-horse town trying to grow up too fast.
From the red earth of Mexico, it's coming. From China, a piece of the Great War, it's coming.
Point me in the right direction.
Okay. Yeah, Odin, I visited your end of the state like a couple years ago. Visited Knoxville. Let's see. For options, I've got two tapes of something called the Living Bible, which both of them, whoever previously owned them, did not fully rewind them. A little bit annoying. Oh god, I don't know if you heard that. I have Carol Duvall's Country Crafts, also not fully rewinded. Whatever. And I have something I'm not actually sure if I can stream, called The Magic Pony. It's like an animated movie. Oh, and I also have, Maximizing Your Game and Everything About It. Some golf video. Did I go anywhere else? I mean, I went, uh, more recently I went to Nashville, but no, I didn't really go anywhere else in, like, your side of the state. You're wanting crafts? Alright, we can check out crafts. I'll see if I can rewind it real quick. Honestly, could be kind of interesting for my art. Okay, hang on. Carol Duvall related to Robert Duvall? I don't know. Guess we'll see.
Piece, that's the one I'll
Oh,
do the
hold on, it didn't
demonstrate on.
finish.
The gluing, then I'm using.
I would typically like to do some more pre-prep for these streams, but my schedule has been so kind of ridiculous lately. So you get the fun of rewinding live on stream. Okay, now I think it's done. How long is this video? Probably pretty long. Oh, 45 minutes. Yeah, we might skip through this one a bit. Oh, fuck. I'm in trouble. That is a lovely shade of purple right there. A lovely purple gradient. There's supposed to be sound? There we go. Honestly, this music is really comforting. I like it.
Hello, I'm Carol Duvall, and I'm delighted to have you join me for our
Hi,
cutting-edge
Carol.
video tape. This is one of those instructional tapes, which is
Oh, I need to update the tape
the
title.
opportunity to take you step by step through each project. And of course, you have the power to push the button to stop, to start, to rewind, to fast forward, to do whatever it takes to really get it all together and know exactly how we're doing what we're doing. I've had a wonderful time putting all these projects together, and I hope you'll do the same. Wreaths are no longer just a decorating item for Christmas. They're good all year long. And what quicker
Make a
way to
Halloween
decorate
wreath.
your home than with a
Wreath.
country
Why did I say wreath?
We have quite a variety of them, and they're really wonderful because they are all cut and glue. we have a very special one we're going to show you.
Though, like, a Halloween
For our heart wreath, we're using
coral
5
reef
different
would be
cotton
kind of
threads,
cool, too.
1/8 of a yard each. 3/4 of a yard of eyelet edging, piece of poster board, a foam core.
Oh, what was that noise?
Some white glue, scissors, a little piece of paper and a pencil, and then optional sewing machine or needle and thread. Okay, well, obviously, if we're going to be making
I
hearts,
really
we're
love
going
these
to need
transitions.
some hearts. And if we're going to make it fabric covered, we're going to need some fabric. So we'll start with the fabric. And we're going to be making ours of a pink and white polka dot and a pink and white and blue with a little heart pattern. Seems very appropriate, don't you think? Okay, and hearts, we remember how we did those in grade school. You fold a piece of paper in half, and then you draw a half of a heart. Now, you may have to do this several times. Not bad. Now, to make a heart that's going to be exactly the same size that ours is, in case you want to make a
Oh, apparently she's the star of the ABC TV show Home. I don't know anything about Home.
Highest to the lowest, it's 2
Let me
1/2.
see.
Here you can see if you draw a rectangle around it. That'll give you a clue. Now, you might want to make yours fatter or skinnier or whatever, but basically that's it. And then cut yourself, we're going to need 12 of these hearts, 6 of each of the fabrics. So you cut yourself 6 squares of one and 6 of the other, about 3-inch squares. Don't have to be compulsive about measuring or anything like that. Now we're going to glue the hearts to the fabric. Get some nice wax paper so you won't make too much of a mess. And what I usually do is, even though I've cut my original heart from a piece of paper, is to trace it onto a piece of lightweight cardboard, paper plate, or anything to make a pattern, because you're going to trace this a lot of times. We are using, as we mentioned in our list of materials, poster board for our hearts. But if you don't have poster board, you can buy it, of course, at the grocery store, the dime store, the variety store, the...
Yeah, apparently Carol Duvall is like a
you want to do it right
known personality, or was, rather.
Boxes, cereal boxes. Just make sure that the fabric is not so light that the gray or the printing shows through. Okay, so we have now cut ourselves a dozen of these little cardboard hearts, glued to the fabric. So I just put what I hope will be not too much, and spread it around with a toothpick. If by any chance you happen to be out of toothpicks, then just use a little strip of cardboard, hunk of the poster board, hunk of your cereal box. At any rate, get pretty good coverage on that. You don't have to make sure you have every single bit. So if you miss a spot or two, that's okay. Press it down. As I said, do 6 of each print. Now we are going to cut this out after you've got all 12 of them done. Cut it out and cut it out so that you leave about 1/4 inch border, so that you don't have to sit here and watch me do that. I've got one already done. At the top, cut right into the cardboard. At the bottom point there, cut straight across, just a hair's breadth away from that point. And then I could have cut that a little bit of an angle. Now we're going to go all the way around the heart and cut zillions of little
Zillions, holy shit.
cutting right to the cardboard. Cut them close together because we want that fabric to fold back very, very neatly and give us a nice, neat curve there in each one of those. So you do that all the way around. Now when you apply your glue, again, do it sparingly. A little bit on the end of your toothpick, right around here on the cardboard, not the fabric.
On the cover of this tape is like a... It looks like a photo frame with like a scene with a cat made of like cloth in it, and I do want to see that part. That looks like the best thing that will be in this tape.
Now put them aside.
So
Going to make the hoop now.
we might skip. Oh my god.
This we mentioned is made of foam core. Now this you
We might skip a bit until we find that part.
And if you don't want to use foam core or don't have it, you can use regular styrofoam. You can even use heavy cardboard. You can use thin cardboard, as a matter of fact. Those hearts don't weigh a lot. At any rate, we did first of all make a cardboard pattern. Our wreath is 8.5 inches in diameter from the outside edge to the outside edge. If you do use the foam core, don't use the scissors to cut it. Use an X-Acto knife or a craft knife and cut straight up and down all the way around. But whatever you use, we're going to cover it anyway. We're going to cut a strip of our fabric, either one of the fabrics. This is about an 1.25 inches wide. You don't have to worry about measuring it. And it's long enough that it's easy for you to handle, because we're going to wrap this. You can put a little piece of tape on there to hold it at the beginning if you want to. Fold it in half as you go, wrap at an angle, and you see you're covering that raw edge each time you come around. And again, I'm not going to subject you to watching me covering this whole thing, I have one that we've already done. And pretty already, isn't it? Too pretty to cover up.
There's also a thing called video editing, you know.
I'm going to put some eyelet around ours. This is optional, of course. We thought it looked kind of nice, especially with the pink. And I think we gave you the measurements at the front about how much you'll need. Well, this gives you the idea. I have a little more than necessary.
Oh yes, we gotta break out the doily.
Just a touch of glue applied with your toothpick.
Classic craft thing.
Another idea, incidentally, if you want to, you can do this on an embroidery hoop, which you can paint, you can wrap, or you can leave as is, instead of using the foam core or the cardboard. Okay, now comes the placement of the hearts. And this is important. Don't glue them as you go. Push them away. You wouldn't do that anyway, would you? Put them
I don't know. I might, Carol.
I sometimes find it easier if I start at 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Do it this way. Now then, I want them to overlap. Just a, you may not want to do that. I do. I want them to overlap. Go like this. Make sure that they overlap each time in the same direction. And as you're going along, you'll think, okay, they all look pretty good, but check. Check these shapes and distances here. See, this one's skinny, this one's wide, so you'll have to adjust.
This is getting a bit complex for me, Carol. I mean, have you seen the crafts that I make? With exact measurements and stuff, like.
Get them all where they should be, then you can glue them on with just a spot of glue. We're going to add one more touch. We're going to add a bow to it. I mean, so feminine and frilly already. And this time, we're going to cut a strip of fabric, 4 inches wide, 16 inches long, about that. Depends on how big you want your bow. Fold it in half lengthwise, stitch it, or I've even done this with glue, as a matter of fact. Turn it right side too, and we did put the ends in at an angle. Just tuck them in like that. And you can stitch those, or you can glue them. Now, to make our bow, we're not going to tie it. We're just simply going to do this.
Wow.
Again, you may have to adjust to get the exact size you want. With this. Take another little piece of fabric. Fold the edges in. Don't have to bother sewing that. And just wrap it around. Dead center. Obviously, you'll adjust
Wow.
that. Fool with it till you have it as perfect as this one, or as perfect as the one that we put.
Useful tip if I ever do need to make a bow for something.
Whose room I could hang this in. There it is, our country crafted wreath.
Okay. The country dyed rug is not the cat, so I'm gonna skip forward a bit.
Way to add a touch of country class.
You get the gist of what's happening from this, I assume. Bandboxes. How are y'all doing, by the way? So we've got some silence for a little bit. Oh, okay, I think.
Well, if we're going to do a cat in a window, I guess we better start with a cat.
Yeah, here we go.
And just in case you've forgotten how to draw one and you don't have a 6-year-old at home to show you, here's how I did this one. I drew 2 circles. One about 1 3/4 inches and the other one about 3 inches in diameter. You don't have to draw them that size. That's what I did, that's all. Then, inside the big body one, drew a couple of lines to make it turn into sort of an oval inside. Like this. It's a little bit neater. And on this side, and on this side, and halfway up practically, we're going to do little lines like that. Those are going to be haunches, in case you don't recognize them right now. Then we're going to join.
I'm doing alright. I'm pretty tired, though.
Art 101. Here are the haunches. In case you can't see that, here. I've really outlined that one. We're going to put ears on this. We're going to make 2 copies of this because we're going to cut this out. We're going to cut out the haunches.
The haunches.
And cut out the rest of the body. And then, of course, a tail, which you can just draw or cut freehand. The cardboard that I've used here is poster board, same as we used for the hearts on the heart wreath.
Let's see the cat.
Use your cracker boxes or your cereal boxes, as long as the printing or the gray cardboard isn't so dark that shows through the fabric. You might have some other cardboard around too. Okay, now again, we're going to get our fabric that we're going to cover our cat with, and our white glue, and our toothpick, because again, as with the hearts, we don't want to put too much glue on the cardboard. Just put a little bit on, spread it around with your toothpick, then put it on. No, not this time. Oh, you can do it that way, but we're going to make ourselves a fat cat. So in between the cardboard and the fabric, we're going to use some polyfill batten. Just a few drops of glue on here will do it. Put it on, and then cut the batten so that it fits perfectly.
It's been a while since I've made, like, a physical craft of some kind. I haven't even made any Spooky Boys in a bit.
And then again, as we did with the hearts, cut it out. Maybe a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, because you want to pull it up and fit it around. But before you do that, of course, you do all these little slits with your scissors. Cut many, many, many little slits, 1/4 of an inch or closer. And then, again, the toothpick application of the glue around here. Bring it up, press it over, so that you have a nice, neat, fat cat. But, of course, that's only part of it. You do the same thing.
I like the texture on this cat.
And the same thing to the tail. So now we have our cat. Everything except the whiskers, which we're going to add a little bit later. But we want to make the window that he's going to sit in. Now, our frame that we bought for this, yes, I bought something, is 9 by 12. So I have a 9 by 12 piece of cardboard. We're going to cover this with our background fabric. You don't have to worry about gluing this or sewing it or anything. Just cut it about 3 inches larger than the piece of cardboard on all sides. Then wrap it just as you would wrap a package. And I just simply used masking tape to tape it. Did it a little bit slower than this and taped the long ends down first so that it was snug and smooth. And you might feel better actually, gluing this, but I don't see any need for it, to tell you the truth. Okay, do the tape along here too. Then we're going to add curtains. Now, we're going to hem our curtains, and you can do this on the sewing machine, or you can do it by hand, or you can do it the way I do it. Just a little bit of glue along there, press it up, and there's the hem on our curtains. These you want to gather, of course, they're a little too wide. They're same length as this. They're about 8 inches, as wide as you want them to be full. And you can also do it the way I did, and that is just simply staple those gathers in, one on each side. We can go beyond that, too. You can even put some little tie backs here made out of just a strip of the background fabric. And again, we folded the 2 raw edges into the center and glued it. So we have a strip like this. We'll go around. Or you might want to have the tie backs made out of the same fabric of the curtains. That's your choice. Same when it comes to the little valance across the top. In this case, I've used some gathered eyelet, which also gets either glued or stapled on. And you might, again, prefer to do it out of this fabric. Depends now. We see we've got the place for our cat to go right in there for us. We can find our cat. Yes, he sits here. But I copied this idea from one that I saw in a catalog. And incidentally, the price was $36.95. And it said it was made out of cardboard and fabric. Real fabric, whatever they meant by that. But anyway, it had a flower pot and tulips. So
Real fabric.
On our piece of poster board, we've
Excuse me.
well, you could recognize tulips.
I was trying to find another tape
And again,
in the stash.
glued all of our pieces to fabric, but didn't bother with
Made a
edging
vase
them.
out of
Just simply cut them
a plastic bottle and sticks and origami.
You don't need to worry about those edges. These, of course, will get glued in place. If you want to, you can even add some little green felt leaves on there. And one last thing that goes in before our frame goes on, of course, our cat's whiskers. Take a look at our cat over here. I think he's kind of, he looks pretty happy in that frame of his. His
Hell
whiskers
yeah.
are cut from simply narrow.
Hell yeah, Carol. Hell yeah.
You could also take some thread and dip it in glue and stiffen them out. But there he is, our country cat.
Alright, alright. Sorry, Carol. Sorry, Carol, but it's not your presentation is not the most streamable thing. check out the Living Bible. Choose the one that's more rewound than the other. It would be a cool project to make Odinite. Uh-oh. Okay, why is this guy not playing? Try seeing if this one will play and then rewinding it if it does. Oh yeah. Okay. I would make a cat out of like Hawaiian print fabric. Actually, I'd probably make a goat. It's rewind time. I should have like a rewind song or something. Let's go. I know I had something that looks kind of like it had Gerbert vibes, but I don't think this is it, unfortunately. Oh no, the FBI is coming for me again. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, that is weird. Oh, you don't know about Gerbert? Look up, like, any of the Gerbert Brutal Moose videos. I am the resurrection. Oh, this is kind of creepy. I feel bad for the kids who had to watch this. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, I love that noise. It's probably not a good sign for my VCR, though. It didn't really say what story this was. Do not weep, for I am white Jesus. Well, there he is, he's resurrected. It's like the sets and stuff really do look good, I guess. It's a lot higher production than I expected. It's also way more serious than I was hoping. Serious and dry. No, not wizards, sadly, Trash Boat. It's just Jesus stuff. I mean, technically. Jairus, has some pretty good, a pretty good outfit right there. I like the purple.
There were those among them who had seen some of Jesus' miracles. There were some who had been healed. And there were some who hoped to be healed. Among these was a woman who had been suffering from an illness for 12 years. No doctor had been able to help her. She had heard of Jesus, and so great was her faith that she knew that if only she could get close enough to touch his clothes, she would be made well. Meanwhile, Jairus had
I do have a different Jesus-y thing that's also Mormon, and it's animated, so I'm gonna put that on after this. I think it should be a bit more fun, I think. Who touched my Jesus clothes?
Someone touched me, for I sensed that power went forth from me. Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came in fear and trembling and fell down before him and told him
Oh yeah, she looks so afraid.
how she had been ill for 12 years. How she felt that if only she touched his garment, she would be healed. Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. Sir, your daughter is dead. Why trouble the master further? Do not fear. Only believe.
This is the power of white Jesus.
When they reached Jairus' house, Jesus would allow no one to go in with him except Peter, James, and John. Already a group of hired mourners and musicians had come to bewail the death of the little girl, as was the custom in those days. Why do you make a tumult and weep? The child is not dead, but sleeping.
I love how warbly this music is. It's amazing.
Little girl, I say to you, arise.
Stop being dead.
As Jesus continued his ministry throughout the land, there came another occasion when he again showed his power over death. It happened in a small town named Bethany, just a short way from Jerusalem. There, sickness had entered the home of friends with whom Jesus had often stayed. Lazarus, the brother of Mary and Martha, was seriously ill and growing steadily worse. Having heard that Jesus was then in Perea,
Yeah, you definitely gotta give it 3 days.
to send a messenger to beg the master to come at once and heal their beloved brother. After a hurried journey, the messenger finally reached the place where Jesus was staying.
Lord, I have come from Bethany. The sisters of Lazarus asked me to find you, to tell you that he whom you love is ill.
This illness is not unto death. It is for the glory of God, so that the Son of God may be glorified by means of it. And even though Jesus loved Martha and Mary and their brother Lazarus, he did not leave at once for the town of Bethany. It was 2 days later when the time had come, the time that Jesus had chosen to go to Bethany.
Let us go into Judea again.
But, Master, the Jews just now were seeking to stone you. And are you going there again? They may again try to stone you.
Yes, Lord. Is it safe to leave for Judea?
Is it not safer here, Lord?
Are there not 12 hours in the day? If anyone walks in the day, he does not stumble because he sees the light.
Okay, you mean daytime.
If anyone walks in the night, he stumbles because the light is not in him. Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I go to awaken him.
Lord, if he has fallen asleep, he will recover.
Lazarus is dead. And for your sakes I am
You can tell I'm God because of my bathrobes.
But let us go to him.
Let us also go, that we may die with him.
That just makes me think of the 1993 Mario movie. Let's die there!
And so Jesus and his disciples started on the journey to Bethany. Meanwhile, in Bethany, Lazarus had been in the tomb 4 days, and many of their friends had come to Martha and Mary to console them on the death of their brother. And when Martha heard that Jesus was coming, she went to meet him, while Mary sat in the house.
Gonna be honest, I am getting to the point where I'm gonna have to go to bed in a little bit, so I'm probably gonna I'm probably gonna stop this tape and just move on to the Mormon one, which is shorter.
Your brother will rise again.
God.
I know that he will rise again in the resurrection at the last day.
I am the resurrection and the life.
Wow.
He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Do you believe this?
Yes, Lord. I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God who has come into the world.
Go and call your sister.
And then they die. When I was a kid, I used to think that, like, when a movie ended, everybody just died because the universe stopped existing, basically. Like, the universe they were in. I gotta rewind this one a bit. Oh, did not mean to rewind it without stopping it first. Oh, damn VCR turned itself off again. It might be ready. Nope.
He will be waiting.
Oh, this already sounds great, though. Just a little bit longer, I'm sure. I'm gonna also change the tape title while we're doing this. The Joseph Smith story. Animated stories from church history. Perfect time.
Making copies of this videotape is against the law and carries severe penalties.
Well, I'm not exactly
Illegal
making a copy
copies
of it.
steal legitimate sales that are necessary to allow further productions. Those who copy this tape not only break the law, but hurt every family that wants to have this story and future stories in their home. Please help us to continue producing
Well,
additional
that
animated
sucks.
stories by not allowing this tape to be copied.
My leg hurts so bad.
The doctor will be here soon, Joseph.
The doctor will cut off my leg.
Oh no.
From Dartmouth College, Joseph. They
I absolutely would download a car.
He could be.
I would download heavy construction equipment as well.
I don't want it to hurt anymore. Why doesn't Jesus
Ah,
just let
okay.
me die?
Oh my god.
Say that.
Many children died from the typhus when it came through here, Joseph. Maybe the question you ought to ask is, why is the Lord working so hard to keep you alive?
The doctors are coming.
Oh, thank goodness they're here.
William, why did you push me?
William, why did you push me?
Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming.
I understand your children all had the typhus, and you lost not a one of them?
Sophronia almost died. Mama dedicated her life to the Lord. She'd make me well.
Prayer and good nursing pulled them through.
Except Joseph's leg got all putrid.
It's an abscess, Samuel.
Actually, it's necrosis of the bone.
Ow.
What does that mean?
The leg gets all putrid.
Can you make his leg better?
I can try.
Who are all these others?
I brought Dr. Stone and Dr. Perkins in a small...
That's a lot of doctors.
...to observe.
Oh, those are medical students, okay.
Please, all of you, come in. Hiram, you keep Sophronia and Samuel here until this is done.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Is
William.
there gonna be blood all over the place? Samuel said so.
Samuel, you shouldn't fill your little brother's head with such ideas. All of you, I hope you'll spend some time praying for your brother Joseph.
We will, sir.
Tell me, young man, is the pain very bad?
He can hardly sleep, sir. It hurts so bad.
You see, gentlemen, the leg is far gone. And what do the medical books tell you to do?
Amputate.
No. Don't cut off my leg, please.
There, my boy. I didn't come here to cut off your leg. Your parents have given me permission to try a new operation.
Oh, please.
I half expected him to say, my colleagues have come to cut off your leg.
And muscle, drill into the bone, and then saw through pieces of it.
Yeah, I would imagine bone necrosis pain would be quite bad.
I can hold still.
If Joseph says he'll hold still, he won't move a muscle.
Why then, some brandy here, so you won't feel the pain.
No.
We've always thought that it's wrong to drink alcohol.
But this is medicine for the pain. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, grown men cry out with pain and thrash around so that the operation becomes impossible. Do you think a mere boy can...
If you hold me, Papa, I'll hold still. I promise. Mother, please go out. I don't want you to see it.
No, Joseph. I won't leave you.
I've done everything the boy asked, Mrs. Smith. You can do the same.
Yeah, you gotta... Can't be a kid's animation without bone saws.
Here, please, hold this basin under his leg for me.
Oh boy, this is Is this why Mormons are the way they are? They watched this when they were growing up.
Are they cutting up Joseph yet? Not yet, Samuel. How do you know, Sophronia? Because Mary Beth Willoughby says people always scream when the doctor cuts into you. And Joseph hasn't done a single yell. Joseph will cry. He's tough. Everybody screams, you silly.
Hush up now, both of you. It isn't right to be quarreling now, so hush up.
Oh, Mother, go back, go back. I don't want you to come in.
He didn't even move.
Please, go out, dear.
It's very bad, but it hasn't reached the joint.
Will he?
The operation went perfectly.
Thank you, sir.
Wait, how do you cure bone necrosis in the 1800s?
He said all kinds of prayers for Joseph, Mama.
Thank you, dear.
I don't even know how you would fix that now without amputation.
Yes, he will. And he's going to run so he can race with me. And we're going to wrestle and jump out of the hayloft.
Not for a long time, Samuel. But yes, I think someday he'll do all those things.
Papa? Mama?
Yes, Joseph.
He's just gonna have a big old hole in his leg, and it is like bone, I guess.
Then I'm going to work real hard and get strong.
Yes, Joseph. Make your body strong. And make your spirit strong, too.
I will, Mama.
Listen, you know, in the 1800s, everybody knows somebody who's undergone the bone saw. You gotta be chipper to get through it.
God has already chosen the path of your life and laid it out before you. You
So-
can no more change the map of your life than you
Is this
can
preacher saying that, like, God decides whether you're or not you're gonna go to hell, like, from birth?
The Lord God made you what you are. He has already predetermined everything.
Just pass the frog around. That's what you put in the offering tray.
To sundown and all through the night. And nothing you can do will ever change it.
Oh, I like how the horse carriage jittered there for a second.
I noticed you brought a
Nice
small
animation
baby
error.
to church, Samuel.
I forgot he was in my pants.
That
Why
doesn't
did you have him in your
explain why that
pants?
frog ended up down the back of William's shirt.
Father, you can't blame Samuel for that. It wasn't his fault.
And why not, Joseph?
Didn't you hear the minister? Well, he said that the Lord laid out the course of our lives, and we can't change a bit of it. So it wasn't Samuel's fault he put that frog down William's shirt. The Lord made him do it.
That's complete nonsense, Joseph.
That's just what I thought when the preacher said it.
If you keep talking like that, you'll never get baptized.
No! Don't ever say that, even in joking, Hiram.
I'm sorry, Mother.
If you don't get baptized, Joseph, you can't become a Christian.
Mother,
You will go to hell.
Jesus Christ. But I can't get baptized until I know which church is true.
I feel like that is a very good point. I mean, that's why I'm agnostic.
Good morning, Mr. Smith. Morning, Reverend. Lucy's out doing the wash. If you want, I can go.
Oh, no, that's quite all right. It's you that I came to see. I want to talk to you about your son, Joseph Jr.
Yes, I can imagine.
He must be baptized, Mr. Smith, or his soul will be damned for all time.
So you've said before.
And, of course, he must be baptized to prevent the heathens from getting him.
Yes.
That's what
The heathens, like the Presbyterians or the
Have a
Catholics.
talk with him tonight.
Well, very well, then. Good day, Mr. Smith.
Good day, Reverend.
Jesus answered, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. Sophronia, what does it mean to be born of water?
It means to be baptized, Mother. Like Sophronia, Hiram and I were baptized. Of course, Joseph hasn't been baptized yet.
Joseph hasn't been baptized.
Maybe Joseph doesn't think he got any sins.
Well, of course I do.
Even Jesus got baptized, Joseph.
I know. And I want my baptism to be just as true as when Jesus was baptized.
Joseph, I'd say it's high time you made up your mind which church you're going to join.
Yes, Father.
We support you either way, Joseph, as long as you're not a Catholic.
I don't care what you say. I think Pastor Green is right. That's just not true. Reverend Sloan says that it's only by grace that we are saved.
Oh, hello, Joseph. What can we do you for?
Just a bag of flour and some salt.
I know. Pastor says your Reverend Sloan
I love how differently colored the flower is because it's an object that's gonna be interacted with.
Which is yet to happen.
Is that all, Joseph?
Yep.
Well, you wouldn't catch me setting foot into that church. Good day. And a bad day to you.
Pretty silly, huh?
Sure is.
Hey, you ought to bring your family round to the camp meeting tonight. That's
Camp
where you'll learn
meeting.
the true.
I want to go to that. Oh, never mind. I was thinking, you know, there'd be some like some Dutch oven chili or something, maybe some cobbler.
The churches in this here town are teaching the worst collection of falsehoods I ever done here. Why, if you listen to them, you can't become a Christian unless you know how to swim. I tell you, I'd rather see a man drunk than see him go to one of these church services.
Well, I can.
Hell yeah, man.
You there, preacher.
There! That man's a good Christian!
Oh, sir. Just a good drunk.
I like this guy.
Made up your mind yet, Joseph?
I just don't know, Alvin. But the Lord saved my life. I think I ought to care enough about him to find out the truth. What are you doing, Joseph? Oh, reading the Bible.
Well, I can see that. But the sun isn't even up yet.
I couldn't sleep.
Still worried about which church is right?
Hiram, listen to this. It says here, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not.
Liberally? You're trying to tell me God is woke?
Do you think if I asked the Lord, he'd tell me which church is true?
Yeah, I reckon.
Jesus isn't woke. He would,
Now you better get some sleep.
He would be a good old American American conservative.
Some folks tell you, brothers and sisters, that you need a priest to make you acceptable to the Lord. But I tell you that every Christian is a true priest from the moment he's baptized. And we all receive our grace directly from the Lord. Now, I hear there's a preacher off in the town of Waterloo telling the people that because he was ordained by some bishop, he's got more authority than me. Well, isn't that just what you'd expect from the kind of people who say it's no sin to dance and play cards and all other evil and devilish practices?
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God.
Joseph's face here is reminding me of something. I'm not sure what. It looked like some kind of meme. Honestly, a lot of the faces in this would be good memes.
I'll ask my heavenly Father. I'll go to him in prayer.
I guess whoever last owned this stopped watching when you started singing.
He will be waiting there. I'm sure he wants to guide me, for I know
Frogs need to beware around this family, apparently.
he would reveal his will if I would only ask. So I'll ask in faith, looking to God for his guidance. I'll ask
What has truth got to do with anything? Rah, rah.
he'll help me just as he promised. I'll trust in him always. I must believe that when I ask in faith, my heavenly Father will answer me.
Woo. I am clapping it. I am slapping.
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God.
Right, what's the conclusion? What church you gonna decide on, buddy? He should troll everybody by choosing like Hinduism. Uh-oh. He is walking pretty well for having a giant hole in his leg. Oh.
Father in heaven,
What? That was a really ominous noise.
Father in heaven, I have to know which church teaches the truth.
Oh my goodness.
Who's there?
It's spooky.
Someone there? Father, please. I need wisdom. And the Bible promised that...
Oh my god. This is scary. I think you might be communicating with the devil, man.
Deliver me from my enemy.
The Mormons had to teach the children that communicating with God is a traumatic experience.
This is my beloved son. Hear him.
Lord,
I love
which of all
just the literal being like, God is just a man.
which one should I
He looks like just a man.
You must join none of them, Joseph. They're all wrong.
Of
They
course.
draw near to me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. They teach as doctrines the commandments of man. They copy the forms of godliness, but they deny the power of God. There is no church in the world today that teaches the fullness of my gospel.
Well, then how can anybody follow you if nobody knows the way?
You, Joseph, shall be an instrument in my hand to build my kingdom on earth.
I mean, it sounds like you should have just been more clear the first time, Jesus.
Girls, be careful with those dishes. Oh, Don Carlos, don't bang your plate. Joseph, what's the matter? You look worn out.
Don't worry, Mother. I am well enough off. I've learned for myself that your church is not true. But I know that Jesus lives.
What
He loves us.
God, what a powerful thing to just say to someone.
Told me, Mother.
I've learned that your church is not true. Just straight up like that.
I believe you, Joseph.
I had a hallucination in the woods, and now I know that your beliefs are wrong. Wow. What a strong entry into the VHS lineup. Stream is not starting soon. Let me change that. That was a pretty good tape. All these tapes were pretty good. That's gonna be it for tonight. Hope y'all enjoyed. I was glad to see a few new faces. Have a good night.